When you're ready to begin adding in your music or sound effects, then remember that freesound.org offers many options to choose from, and once you create an account and download from there, you're ready to begin bringing them into Audacity. So I have a couple files that I'm going to bring in here. So go ahead and drag this one over, and then I'm going to drag a third one over, and as you can see, each time I bring a new file over, it creates another track. Alright, so now you can see the different lengths of each file, and you can see up here at the top the timeline. So my first file is about 3 minutes long, my second one about 5.5, and my last one is just about a couple seconds long there. And then you can see the volume there of each of those files indicated by the waves. And so now it's time to talk about selecting and editing some of these in terms of maybe removing some content. So in our case, I'm going to make this one this is the music file, and this is my reading. You can see my tone goes up and down. I'm going to use this, which is our selection tool, to pick some files here. So for instance, in my reading file, let's say that I know that in this area here I made a mistake, and let's say I just reread the page. So as my reading was going, I made an error and I just started again, and I knew that I could delete it in the editing. So I can click with left click and drag, and I can simply click the button delete. But if I want to just make sure that I've selected it correctly, you can click the C key on your keyboard, and it will play the first 2 seconds before what you're going to delete and then after. So I'm going to zoom in so we can see that better. So over here there is the zoom magnifier icon, so I'm going to click on that, or you could do Control+1. And so watch, when I click the C button, it's going to play this little area, and then it's going to skip here and begin playing again. And so I can test what this is going to sound like after I delete. And we'll say that that's exactly what I was going for, so then I'm going to click the delete key, and it will get rid of what I was looking for there. Now, another thing that I can do is, let's say that in this space that I just deleted from, I actually want to input a page. Like, let's say I forgot to record a page. And let's, for the sake of this demonstration, let's say that down here, this third option is what I forgot to record. So I'm going to simply double click to grab this whole section, and then you can Control or Command C to copy, or right click, edit, copy. And I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to come over this spot where I was. Let's say it was right about here. And if I click now on the timeshift tool, what's going to happen is when I edit, paste, it's going to insert, and the timeshift tool is going to allow those tracks to move. And so they have now, my track has moved forward and just put this little piece in here. So those are a couple different ways that you can go about editing your track. Another one is the split feature. So this timeshift tool that we're using, I'm going to zoom out so you can see, it allows me to actually drag different features. So if I wanted to have this happen a few times, let's say that my story is about a jungle, and I want this is a sound of different animals occurring. I want it to happen sporadically throughout my story. I can select it, and I can simply Control C or Control V, and then copy it across. Or let's see, we'll do the edit, copy, and then edit, paste, and we'll paste another one, and another one. And then all I can do is I can just click on one of these timeshift tools, and I can move this around on the track so that it happens, or I can actually come back up here to the selection tool, and I can select all of them, and I can go back up to the timeshift tool, and I can then move them all at once if I so choose.